The internet, a sprawling labyrinth of information, a vast digital landscape where every click, every keystroke leaves a trace. A breeding ground for secrets where anonymity reigns supreme and shadows conceal the truth. And some secrets, like venomous spiders, lurk in the darkest corners, waiting to ensnare the unsuspecting, weaving intricate webs of deceit. Tonight we delve into one such secret, a tale shrouded in mystery and darkness. A story whispered in hushed tones, hidden in plain sight, yet invisible to the untrained eye. A story about betrayal, deceit, and the intricate workings of the female mind, where every glance and gesture holds a hidden meaning. Fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen, because this ride is about to get bumpy, taking us through twists and turns we never saw coming. This isn't your average joyride. It's a journey into the unknown, where danger lurks at every corner. This is the express lane to the heart of darkness, guided by none other than the man of thoughts, a master of the unseen. He's the curator of the macabre, the whisperer of the unspoken, revealing truths that chill the soul. And tonight, he's sharing his most unsettling tale yet, a story that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. Her name was Evelyn, a name that once conjured images of elegance and grace. Now it echoed with the chilling weight of a life shattered. Evelyn's story, like many others, began with a promise of happiness. A loving husband, a beautiful home, a life seemingly plucked from a fairy tale. But fairy tales, as we all know, are often facades, masking the lurking shadows beneath. Evelyn's husband, David, was a successful businessman. His work consumed him, leaving Evelyn yearning for connection, for a spark in the dwindling embers of their marriage. She craved attention, validation, a reminder that she was still desirable, still alive. And in the depths of her loneliness, a dangerous seed began to sprout. They say infidelity is a choice, not a mistake. But what happens when the lines between right and wrong become blurred by desperation, by the yearning for something more? Evelyn's story wasn't about justifying her actions. It was about understanding the complex web of emotions that led her down a path of no return. The human psyche is a labyrinth of its own, and sometimes the need for emotional fulfillment can outweigh logic, morality, even self-preservation. Evelyn wasn't a cold-hearted manipulator. She was a woman driven to the brink, her actions a cry for help disguised as a betrayal. Section 4. Whispers of Betrayal. The affair started subtly, like a whisper in the dead of night, stolen glances, lingering touches, a shared joke that held a double meaning. It was a dance of deception, a game of hidden desires. Evelyn found herself drawn to the illicit thrill, the danger of it all. The secrecy added a layer of excitement she hadn't felt in years. It was a stark contrast to the predictability of her marriage, a jolt to her senses that reawakened a part of her she thought was lost. The mundane routine of her daily life seemed to fade away. But secrets, like shadows, have a way of growing longer with each passing day. They stretch and twist, becoming harder to hide. The guilt gnawed at Evelyn's conscience, a constant reminder of the life she was jeopardizing. Every stolen moment came with a price. Yet the fear of losing this newfound connection, of returning to the emptiness of her marriage, kept her tethered to her clandestine affair. The thought of going back to her old life was unbearable. She was caught in a web of her own making, unable to break free from the chains of her own desires. Section 5. The Confession. The weight of her secret became unbearable. Evelyn knew she couldn't live with the guilt any longer. She had to confess, to come clean, no matter the cost. One evening, as David sat engrossed in his work, oblivious to the storm brewing within her, Evelyn decided to reveal everything. "David," she began, her voice barely a whisper. He looked up, his brow furrowed in annoyance at the interruption. It was in that moment, with his eyes upon her, that Evelyn realized the depth of her betrayal. The words caught in her throat, forming a lump of dread that refused to be swallowed. Section 6. The Aftermath. She confessed. The words tumbled out, each syllable a shard of glass piercing the fragile illusion of their marriage. David's reaction was not what she expected. He didn't yell, didn't lash out. He simply sat there, his face an unreadable mask. The silence was deafening, amplifying the weight of her transgression. In the aftermath, there were no winners, only casualties. Evelyn's betrayal had shattered the foundation of their relationship, leaving behind a wreckage of broken promises and shattered dreams. The guilt and shame consumed her, a constant reminder of the life she had destroyed. Section 7. The Man of Thoughts. The man of thoughts, with his penchant for the dark and twisted, had warned us. He was a figure shrouded in mystery, always lurking in the corners of our minds, reminding us of the shadows we often choose to ignore. He told us that sometimes the most unsettling truths are found not in the shadows, but in the reflection of our own flawed humanity. It is in these reflections that we confront our deepest fears and darkest secrets. Evelyn's story wasn't just about infidelity. It was a stark reminder that we are all capable of darkness, of making choices that have devastating consequences. Her tale was a mirror, reflecting the potential for betrayal that lies within us all. And the first thing she said, it wasn't an apology nor a justification. It was something far more haunting. It wasn't an apology nor a justification. It was a question whispered through trembling lips. Can you ever forgive me? This question hung in the air, heavy with the weight of her actions. It was a question whispered through trembling lips. Can you ever forgive me? The vulnerability in her voice was palpable, a stark contrast to the betrayal she had committed. The answer, like the secrets we keep buried deep within, remained elusive, lost in the echoes of a love forever tainted by betrayal. It was a question that would linger, unanswered in the recesses of our minds, a testament to the complexities of the human heart.